Hi TMFA, my name is Jessica Houde-Morris and I am your Meisner teacher today. So today we'll be focusing on stage 7, which is scene work. In the Meisner technique, you're not going to get into scenes until you've gone through all the first 6 stages. The reason we do that is because we really strongly believe that you need to have that foundation before you get into dialogue. You need to be able to connect with your partner. You need to be able to listen, to respond, to believe in those imaginary circumstances. We need to have that emotional connection towards our circumstances and towards our partner, which we talked about in the first few stages. So going back to the first stage, we're teaching you repetition. That's really teaching you to listen to your partner, to connect, to read and pinpoint different emotional point of views. Then we move to that second stage, repetition with the point of view. This is teaching you to pinpoint emotional changes in your partner and to be changed off of them, to really see, are they flirting with me? How do I feel about that? Are they being condescending? How do I feel about that? Then we move to what we call the third stage, which is an activity and a hover. So an activity is basically Meisner's way of doing a scene before you get dialogue. So you are going to create an imaginary circumstance that makes sense with your life. You're going to do the doing and try to get that doing done, the task. And then from there, you're training your ear to pick up on those emotional changes. Once I feel like you're consistent with, believing in the imaginary circumstances, listening to your partner, picking up on the changes, because the first 2 stages we're really looking at our partner and we're being able to read just by, staring at them. Well, this stage we're doing and we're training our ear to pick up on the changes. Then we move to what we call emotional preparation. So emotional preparation is for that very first moment. From there, we come in full. We teach you how to prepare happy, sad, and angry. You come in full and then you let it go and you let the exercise go from there. Then we do an activity and a door with emotional preparation. So now we raise the bar on those stakes. It's no longer, an audition that you have and you have to learn how to juggle for a $1,000 commercial. It is, if you don't get this task done, your life is going to be affected in 2 years from now. And then we'll teach you how to do relationships with doors and activity. As I mentioned in the previous sessions, every scene you'll ever do has a relationship in it, and it's up to you to have that behavior underneath the dialogue. And then we get into the dialogue. So once we get into scenes, you guys have already had that foundation of really being grounded and listening to your partner and responding to them and connecting and pinpointing what's going on with them, as well as believing in the imaginary circumstances, understanding your point of view. So now we get the scene. What do? We break down the scene, right? We figure out, okay, what's my relationship with this person? How do I feel about them? How do I feel about the circumstances? We do all this homework, we break down the scene, and then we come in with full emotion and we work off of our partner. That's the ultimate goal. So I have 2 actors backstage. They're going to be demonstrating a scene with the Meisner technique. They're going to be listening to each other. You'll see they come in with a strong emotional point of view towards each other, towards the circumstances. And then from there, they work off each other and they see where the scene leads them. Okay, so I'm going to call them in and then we'll talk about it after. Thank you. You 2 already come on in.
Beautiful out.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Which it is? It's 12 weeks.
That's right.
I know it's been a crazy summer, right? People have been on a lot of strain. I know you're upset.
No, I'm not sleeping with you and you want to know why. I'm sorry, Frank, but I don't really feel like talking about it.
Okay, well, what do you want to talk about?
Would it be okay if we didn't talk about anything? Can't we just take each day as it goes and do the best we can and not feel we have to talk about everything all the time?
I don't think I suggested that we talk about everything all the time, okay? My point was that we've both been under a lot of strain. We ought to be trying to do whatever we can to make each other feel better. mean, God knows my own behavior's been pretty weird lately. Look, as it happens, there's actually something I've been wanting to tell you. I've been with a girl a few times in the city. A girl I hardly even know, it meant nothing. She got carried away. She's just a kid. But it's over now, okay? It really is. If it weren't, I guess I could have just never told you about it.
Why did you?
Baby, I don't know. Because it was just like a simple case of wanting to like be a man again after all the abortion business. Some simple, I don't know, neurotic, irrational need to prove something or...
No. I don't mean why did you have the girl? I mean, why did you tell me about it? I mean, is it supposed to make me jealous or something? Or is it supposed to make me fall in love with you again? Or back into bed with you? Or what? What do you want me to say?
How would you say what you feel?
I don't feel anything.
In other words, but you don't care what I do, who I fuck or anything.
No, I guess that's right. I don't.
Don't you see I want you to care?
Yeah, I know you do. And I suppose I would if I loved you, but you see, I don't anymore. And I just figured that out.
Don't you give me that shit. You know goddamn well you love me.
You think so?
Yeah, you know goddamn well.
Frank, you really are a wonderful talker. You know, if black could be made into white by talking, you'd be the man for the job. So now I'm crazy because I don't love you, right? Is that the point?
No, you're not crazy and you do love me. That's the point.
But I don't. In fact, I loathe the sight of you. You were just a boy who made me laugh at a party once. And if you touch me, get off of me! Ah!
Fuck you, April! Fuck you and your
What
snotty
are you
little...
gonna do? You gonna hit me to show me how much you love me?
God, no, you don't! I can't be bothered! You're not worth the trouble I take to hit you. You're not worth the powder I take to blow you up. You are a hateful, empty, hollow fucking shell of a woman. What the hell are you even doing in my house for if you hate me so much, huh? Will you answer me that? Will you just... God, why are you fucking me? What are you doing carrying my child for? Why didn't you just get rid of it when you had the chance? Because listen, I got news for you I wish to God you had.
So this is a scene in the Meisner technique. So what we're doing here, as we mentioned, is they came in with very clear emotion to begin with. She was just frustrated, you know, done with the relationship. You can tell she was empty, and he was happy. He came in trying to sort of brighten her day, you know, coming in trying to convince her, hey, we can do this, we can make this work, right? That was his point of view, that was his doing. That was her point of view. From there, they work off of each other, and they're changed off of each other. She goes from being just kind of empty to angry and to, you know, frustrated with him and to feeling, you know, all this yuckiness towards him, right? And he went from being happy to really hurt and then angry and then sad. So just because of the circumstances, the belief in the imaginary circumstances and the really doing of listening and responding, they went from so many emotions off of each other. They, you know, they blocked it out, obviously, but it looked flawless. It didn't look like, okay, I'm stepping over here now, and then I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna go there. They actually had this entire thing blocked out. Before class, we went through with our DP, and you know, they said, this is where we're gonna be at this line, this is where we're gonna be at this line. They blocked the whole thing out, but it didn't look that way because they were listening, they were connecting, they were feeling off of each other. They went through so many emotions off of each other. That's what we're here to do, folks. We're here to come in with that strong point of view, to have that foundation of listening, connecting with our partner, believing in the imaginary circumstances, and then we throw it all out the window and we just let this person take us somewhere, and we trust all that homework that we did, which they did a lot of homework with this, and I know that because I've seen them go through it. All that homework we did is gonna be there. We don't have to think about it in the moment. All we have to do is just let this person take us somewhere. And as you saw, they did. They went through almost every emotion genuinely. We really feel it out here. When I'm sitting out here, I feel sad for Shawn because he's really upset upset. He's crying while he's saying his lines. He's angry. I feel bad for her. I feel for them, both of them, and that's the whole point. We go to, you know, a movie to see these actors and to have them move us. That's your job to do that. And that's what we're working towards in class, right? So just to reiterate, we do have online classes. We now have 7 online Meisner classes per week. So we do online classes on, let me see, starting Tuesday nights from 5 to 7, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8, Fridays from 3:30 to 5, Fridays from 5 to 7, Saturdays from 3:30 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 5:30 to 7:30. That's just our online Meisner. I teach it as well as Diana teaches the Wednesday class, and I probably will be adding another class come April on Tuesdays from 7 to 9. If you're interested, we'll post the link below and you can check out a free class or you can sign up. Our April class is already filling. Either way, we're hoping to have you in class. Have a great day. Thanks TMFA, and thank you to Shawn and Maggie. Bye guys.